Hi everyone, LazyFire here. Welcome back to Call of Duty. Oh boy, it's not Black Ops 3, it's actually Infinite Warfare, turns out. Anyways, we got a couple more side missions. I promise these will go pretty quick. So, as you can see, we still have burn water waiting for us, but we've only got 2 side missions left before we get a new batch of them. So we're gonna do both.
Sir, Operation Burnwater is located on Saturn's moon Titan. It demands our attention immediately.
Yeah, you can fuck off.
Is in Venus atmosphere repairing attack damage. Intel reports it's carrying chemical weapons. Scars and Marines will board for search and destroy. We'll locate the chemunitions and take out the carrier.
Ready to get rigged up, sir? I recommend a light machine gun. They can lay down some heavy fire. Get you out of a pinch.
So, I was asked to take a look at the Banshee, because it is a bit different. I'm going to drop it almost motherfucking immediately to let you know. It's kind of bad. You don't need anything really impressive with it. But yeah, having a couple of things to help stun stuff. Frag grenade or tactical shield's nice. Hacking device I'm getting rid of. I'm going with this drone. Now normally you'd get introduced to that drone later in the game. Yeah, no, I needed that now for this mission. And we're going to stick with the Mauler here. And the Mauler is great on a lot of levels. And the extra stopping power range from the barrel and everything. I mean, just this is kind of the perfect weapon for this mission. So, got that done. Let's get going.
You're locked and loaded. Go get 'em.
We have seen the Mauler in the past. One of the previous missions, as a matter of fact, I used it. It's a pretty good gun. At least in single player.
Pull the schematic on the Hellas, and I'm set for overwatch. I'll guide you through the enemy ship and help you get back in one piece.
Roger. Beaver, you set?
Burning. Let's go.
Scars, tower rises. Winds are heavy on your course.
Roger, 1-1.
Check 1-2.
Scar 1-1, you're locked for go.
Roger, we're green.
Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Get away! Cutscene time.
Gale Force winds heavy at 250 Echo. Skull 2, steady at wing. Okay, copy. Heading upstairs.
Damage.
SDM Hellas, dead ahead.
Check. Ethan, target is visual. Preparing search and destroy for chemical weapon.
We got scouters. They're defending Hellas.
Gotta clear them out before we board.
Okay. That was weird. I've never had, no. I've never had that much damage just injected into me. And dead. Interesting. I didn't expect to die until kind of late in the game.
Destroy for chemical weapon.
But yeah, that was bad.
Clear them out before we board.
So if you get too low in this area, like where this guy is, you'll actually start taking, oh, come on. You'll actually start taking damage from the lightning. Will you die? Feel better all of a sudden. Man, that ace took a lot of shots. when you're using the most powerful, I don't want to call it light weapon, but the most powerful of the regular machine gun style weapons in the game, and the guy takes over an overheat worth of hits, that's a little concerning. But like I've said before, the game tends to be, whoa, well, that one didn't take as many shots. Maybe I just suck. But the game does tend to kind of give you these bullet sponge enemies at times, and I think that's kind of what we're seeing.
Can't lose that ship. Everyone on me.
Counter-surge offense is going on. A mine turret! Heaviest damage is port side. That's down there.
Roger. Ethan, Scars are port side high. Find us an infill near the armory. Roger, I see it.
Yeah, if you don't know which side port is, that could have been a bad moment for you. So it's just a matter of, there we go.
This perimeter, engage anything that moves.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's kind of cool is using anti-ship weaponry against
Ethan, hangar secure.
individuals. That kind of works.
The life support system is in the infirmary.
Squad, we'll take control of their life support system and make our way to the armory.
We got chemical weapons aboard. Watch your backs.
Yes, ma'am. We got movers.
Fan out.
Watch your corners.
No advance door clear.
All right, so the Banshee is a sound weapon.
1 o'clock.
So that means that you actually do damage through like a shockwave, and it is pretty underway. I've actually got a pretty solid setup for it right now, which is why it took out these guys pretty easily. But most of the time, I wouldn't suggest it. I love this fucking reticle.
1 o'clock.
Especially against robots in the unupgraded form, it's pretty bad.
We'll cover you, Reyes. Catch it.
Alright. Now if you're wondering, oh, are there any decent weapons here? This is actually where you're supposed to pick up the Banshee the first time.
Ethan, access
So no.
network. You're in.
Enemy personnel. 12 o'clock.
Now, let's kill everything. Yeah, as you can see... Oh. Stabbing. Banshee, not great. Now the... Where... How the hell did you get there?
All clear.
Chemicals are in the armory. On me.
Now, the nice thing about the Banshee, though, is that because I have this sight,
Lock and load.
I'm a little bit more focused on my shots. Very helpful.
All clear.
Intel reports they're loading the chemicals into the warheads.
I'll get a sample from the armory and we'll destroy the rest of it along with the ship.
Captain, enemies are inbound to protect that armory.
Copy. Everyone dig in. I'll hack the door. I'm connected. Ethan, how many inbound?
At least 2 dozen. They've got C6s as well. I can lock down the doors, but it won't hold them long, sir.
Here they come. Get ready.
Fire!
So I've deployed my drone, and I've got my mauler. We're gonna throw down a shield because there's just a little bit of cover here. The reason I brought both the mauler with the Trojan is that it's gonna be a lot easier to find the guys shooting me. Fuck. So, in all honesty, this is the area where I died the most throughout the entire game the first time I played.
They're loading the chemicals into the warheads.
I'll get a sample from
And you're
the
probably
armory.
thinking, well,
Destroy the rest of it along with the ship.
that's gotta be a lie. It can't be true. And, no, that's actually the case.
I'll hack the door.
This is probably the hardest part of the game.
I'm connected. Ethan, how many inbound?
At least 2 dozen. They've got C6 as well. I can lock down the doors, but it won't hold them long, sir.
Here they come. Get ready.
Fire!
So, if you're wondering why what happened there a second ago, these guys who were going off to the right, that's what happened. Is they come up this this stairway or that little gangplank there, and they just like start meleeing you. Ah, I'm dead again. Same thing. You would hope that with both Salter and Brooks in the area that you'd actually be able to get away with this, but it's just not gonna happen.
Sample from the armory and we'll destroy the rest of it along with the ship.
Captain, enemies are inbound. Check that armory.
Copy. Everyone dig in. I'll hack the door.
Start the hack race.
I'm connected. Ethan, how many inbound?
At least 2 dozen. They've got C6 as well. I can lock down the doors, but it won't hold them long, sir.
Here they come. Get ready.
Fire!
Yeah, the reason why that went off to the fucking side, or didn't go where I was aiming, was because I thought it was a different weapon. So with the proximity hack, the reason why I'm staying in this area in general is because you have to stay within a range of that door while this is happening, or it disengages the hack. Now, one thing I'm kind of interested to see is how far that actually goes off to the sides, because I would totally take a couple extra feet of latitude on that, but I don't think the game gives it to you. I think you get, like, off this platform and you're done. Alright. Come on, come on. Oh, if I died opening this up, I was gonna be pissed. Ha. You guys suck at this. The worst fucking shooters in this galaxy.
Sample acquired. Plant your charges. Let's make sure they never get a chance to use this shit.
I mean, the fucking robot was on top of me. They had to go past both of them to get to me. What the hell? Yeah, I'm taking as much ammo as I can. I'm not going to leave this to chance. There's not much left to this mission from what I recall. But I'm just really...
We're proceeding to exfil.
The house is losing altitude. You need to hurry.
Double time into the hangar base.
Anyways, I'm just really not super into having any surprises if I can mean it. Ah, hell no. Yeah, I don't believe in fighting that motherfucker if I don't have to, like I've said before. So if I've got a way around it by, say, overloading him and shit like that, and letting my AI companions be fucking meat shields, I'll do it. Ooh, wait. Oh, I thought I'd never picked this up before. Maybe I just don't remember using it. I never use pistols in this game. There's a little subtle tilt to the ship right now. It's not really noticeable. Which, I mean, makes sense, because they're still in atmosphere and all that other shit.
Ethan, we are clearing the target. Blow the charges.
Sir, charge relays are passed to your cockpit. Get clear and let her rip.
Scars, clear the target. Blow the charges.
That should get their attention.
Ellis destroyed. One more out of the fight. Form up. Let's go home. Raider to main. Mission accomplished. We're RTB.
Hard copy, Captain. We've got you on radar. Fly safe.
new reel.
That ship's spaced us now, ain't it, sir?
Alright, we're not worried about that.
Sato forces have prevented a chemical attack on Earth, destroying a settlement defense front ship carrying the payload. Despite the success, reports indicate that the chemical agent was not completely contained. Our experts tell us that the vacuum of space should render the compound inert, but without the exact makeup of the agent, they cannot say this with complete certainty. The Health Organization announced that relief efforts for off-world colonies are underway. This is Peter Bryan, reporting from Geneva.
So yeah, we saved the day yet again. Alright. So
Rough skies out there. Good to see you back in one piece here.
we got time for one more mission, and it's our last side mission, and it's very similarly set up to the previous one. We're going to be going on board an enemy ship, we're going to be picking up some weaponry, and we're going to be going after some hostages.
Sir, Operation Burnwater is located on Saturn's moon Titan.
Shut up, Gator.
SDF Galaxius is holding a weapon they poached from the black site on Europa. They've got kidnapped engineers on board to help replicate it. Best efforts to rescue the engineers, but weapon retrieval is primary.
Aye, sir.
Got a fresh batch off the primer. I tacked on suppressors to help minimize your signatures.
So, why don't we go and use the double magazine vector? Why not, right? Yet again, another request, actually, from somebody. Basically, if you ask me to go look at some of this stuff, I'll go do it. Nah. Trojan. And as he mentioned, suppressors are good. And I'm actually going to want... Nah, slide rail is going to make me go through ammo too fast. I'm a sucker for the rifled barrels, as you can see here. I mean, Trojans. Once again, I have trouble distinguishing friend from foe in a lot of these missions. Get out of here, you fucking piece of shit hacking device. I absolutely hate that hacking device. And unfortunately, this is a game that does not give you flashbangs. Yeah, alright. That all seems pretty good. So, drone, retractable shield, we'll use it for a second or two. Because of the way my controls are set up, it doesn't quite work as well as maybe it should, because I use X to throw special weapons, and that's why you don't see me use this very often. Shock grenades, which are going to be very helpful against robots and also people, and of course the Seeker bot. So, Space M4, Space Vector, let's get going. I wish you could choose the camo. Really wish you could.
I say you two are ready to go kick some ass.
But, you know, you can't see it, so what's the fucking point? It's also interesting, we'll talk about this when we do the launch sequence, actually. Hold on.
Fever?
Tight, we're lit.
Brooks?
Thumbs up, sir.
Tower, scars are green.
Captain, I'll be your eyes on this. Marines will escort the engineers direct to Busque while you consult or recover the weapon. I'll get you there in
Copy that, Ethan.
1112, tower advises. Skeletons are in formation around Galaxius.
Copy, 1-2.
1-1, copy.
Scars are locked for go.
Alright.
Count it.
So, anyways, one of the things that I always get confused about with some of the later Call of Duty games is that they kind of, they took a step back in terms of your attachments. And it used to be you had, like, you know, rifle attachments that were on your barrel, under grips, stuff like that.
Fighters at 242, Mark 6.
Keep him busy, Salt.
Copy. Approaching with Scar 2. Light him up.
Alpha's weapons retrievals are primary, but we make every effort to rescue the engineers. Clear? Fan out, use the brief for cover. Stay sharp. They know we're in the wire.
Sir, enemy triggers converging on your position.
This was the UNSA O'Connor. What's left of it?
All we can do is hit him back.
There we go.
Target's inbound. They're searching for us.
Let them get closer,
Lights on,
then open
10
fire. Engaging.
I'm gonna die. Yep, there are more of them than I thought. Anyways, was trying to think of where my thoughts were going there, and that's I kind of got a little distracted.
Inbound, they're searching for us.
Let them get closer, then open fire. Engaging.
So you can see here, I'm actually sitting right on top of a sniper rifle, which I think, like, our previous spacewalk mission kind of made this a case for it, that the sniper rifle really is very useful in these space missions. Almost to the point, I would say that they should actually forcibly equip it on you every time you do one of these. You see, Jesus Christ, a lot of them just popped out of there. Alright, even with the lock-on targeting, I'm having trouble hitting them. Shut up, Brooks. Dude is out in front of these guys getting shot. Gets angry at me. Look how fast I'm pulling through ammo here. So, double vector.
Moving a breach.
There we go.
Secondary infill. Copy.
So yeah, it used to be that, you know, you only had a couple of attachments available per weapon.
Inside, sir.
Not for long.
And you were basically limited to one attachment, so you couldn't really mount like this plus this plus this. And in more recent games,
I'll patch you in.
with the just, you know, go wherever you want. That was weird.
Ethan, you're in.
Scanning now, sir. Stolen weapon is in the armory.
Where are the engineers?
Searching. They're blocking my access.
To the UNSA forces aboard my ship. This is Captain Barco. Yield.
Sir, you may want to stick with a suppressed weapon.
Where's he transmitting from?
Cargo bay. That's where they're holding the engineer.
Alpha team, change of plans. We move on the hostages now.
Yes, sir. On the move.
It's one of the few times in the game where there's solid corpses. Anyways, so
Got me. Keep going out there. There are multiple signatures ahead. Take it slow.
alright, let's stick with our vector for a moment. Actually, I can't tell the
Cover or
difference.
drop fast.
Alright, we're gonna play stealth there. Well, that worked out. Good news is that all of the enemies have suppressors too. Yeah, in these
Access the
missions.
ship's closed circuit?
Accessing. Stand by. Camera feeds are in your HUD now, sir.
Anyways, the game is pretty good about just making sure that if you need to stealth stuff, you can stealth it. And still pick up new weapons, because the way you get new weapons is through these missions. So, anyways, nothing new. Alright.
You have come here only to fail.
Well, so much for stealth. Bullet shields, or bullet sponges. Anyways, so yeah, there used to be a time where Call of Duty games did not really allow for much in the way of attachments at any given time. So it's always kind of weird when it's like, not only can you have multiple attachments, you can have multiple of the same type of attachment.
If they see you, then they execute the engineers.
Copy that. Ethan, I'm in the cargo bay.
The engineers are being held down in the main bay. I'm seeing over a dozen hostiles, Captain. A direct firefight will likely get the engineers killed. Advise you thin the herd first.
Alright, so we're using our sweep here.
Standing by.
Shit hits the fan, go loud.
Solid copy.
They were not brought here to die. You
Don't let the others see him drop.
You came a long way to let your people die. No contact so far.
Notice how Ethan said don't let the others see him drop, not don't let them find his corpse. I think that's an interesting tell about the AI in this game. Let's hack this here, just in case.
Careful, please. No one's looking. Clean shot.
I love how the helmets explode, by the way. That's just kind of a neat little thing the game does. So we've come around here. What I want to do is get over to the other side, stealthily even, and hopefully be able to thin out some of those people. I was gonna say thin out the herd, but Jesus Christ, they already said that in this game. So I get a little paranoid that I'm gonna sound like I'm just taking stuff from the game itself. Where's other people? No. Can't risk shooting that guy at the moment.
Don't let the others see him drop.
Thinking about it though. Yeah. Let's not. Come back and get him later. I really wish they'd done more with this, by the way. Like, personally, I think that is such a cool little, you know, the scan. Which reminds me, by the way, a lot of, what is it, the fourth Splinter Cell game? Where you had, instead of your, you know, 5 types of goggles, they only really had the one type. Hold on. Yeah. They'll do that to you. Which I thought was interesting the first time I got caught by it.
No chatter. Radio's still quiet. Nice work, sir.
Alright, what do we got? Not much left. I do wish in these segments that they had actually done a little bit more with getting you to move around with your jetpacks and such. But beggars cannot be choosers in this case. I will take what I can get. The stealth section here is actually pretty solid. Saving all of the engineers is something I haven't been able to pull that off yet. So I'm hoping I can do it for this. I always thought that it was just that one guy who's watching them that I really needed to kill to get this done. And that turns out to be incorrect.
Radar. Good kill. Well done, sir. We're clear to take out their captain. Make sure no one sees.
All clear. We'll go for rescue.
Copy. Alpha, prep for civilian extract.
Roger. Raven is on station for egress.
4 alive.
Outstanding, Captain.
Brooks, Kashima, secure the engineers and exfil to the retribution.
Copy. Copy.
Salt, Let's go get our weapon back.
Copy. On you.
Ethan, we're moving to the armory for stolen weapon retrieval. Get my Jackal on station for exfil.
Aye, sir. We'll have your Jackal standing by.
Let's get what we came for and get the hell out of here, Reyes.
I kind of wish that you had to pick up the attachments as well as the weapons. You know, so you have to go pick up different guns in the game. Oh, hey. That was weird, right?
Target's out front! Drop him!
Seeker did work. Holy shit.
What's up? We're almost there!
It's really weird to see the way violence is done in this game versus the way violence is done in, say, Titanfall 2, where you have, like, you know, people becoming red fucking mist and shit.
Alpha's inbound for retribution.
Roger that. Good work.
I'm not saying that it's worse in this game because it's a little less severe or anything like that, but I'm saying it's interesting that they both do some similar stuff. If you get hit with something really powerful, you just become a cloud, you know? Oh, hell no. Well. How do you stop Earth-based broadcasts? Man. Fighting robots in this game is something else sometimes. Yeah, he's out. Alright, the big guy I want out of here just as soon as he can go. Because I ain't fighting that shit. I'm dead. I got punched. Man, this is probably more deaths than I've incurred in, like, most of the previous episodes combined. It's just this video. And here we go. And one of the things I hate about the Snap 2 targeting in this game, and a lot of other console games in general, by the way, having played on consoles for many years, is that sometimes it just decides that you want to aim at something that you were not trying to aim at. Alright. Because the game actually doesn't believe. The game doesn't actually believe. Nah.
Copy.
Anyways, the game doesn't actually believe in letting you use wall runs, so that would have been kind of neat to use that to get around the robot, but no.
Jackpot, eyes on.
Yeah, let's drop the Space M4. We've been using that a lot.
It's a charge shot. V-Law, personal laser weapon.
Sturdy hardware. They're closing in. We need to move.
Copy 1-1. Jackals are on station.
Boss incoming!
Yes. Yes, it is a pretty good gun. Now, the issue with the heavy weapons in this game, in my mind anyways, is that they're not something you get more ammo for. Unless you find another one on the ground somewhere. So you're kind of just stuck with whatever you show up with, or what you can get. So that means that the shots I use on that thing are the shots I have for it. And the game is a little stingy on those. So if we switch back over, I've only got the 11. Oh, hi. So you have to be a little careful about your use of it. Realistically, it should be used to take these guys out. And I'm going to use it exactly as that. Yeah, as you see there, it just gives you the warning. Looks like an airlock to me. Alright, let's open this up, and that should just about do it.
Looks like I'm riding back with you.
Be a backseat driver.
I do like that you can just latch onto this thing and it'll put you right in there. But it didn't give me the prompt to do that, so whatever. It's a little finicky to get in there sometimes.
Hope you fly better than you shoot.
Just hold on. Let's go home.
And done. So yeah, that will actually do it for our side missions for now. Quite a bit there. And let's go see what we did today.
That was payback for Europa, huh, sir? Needs to be followed.
Reports tonight of a UNSA victory against the Settlement Defense Front. SATO SCAR team units have recaptured top-secret SATO tech stolen mere hours before today's vicious attack on Geneva. SATO officials have not responded to questions regarding the nature of the weaponry retrieved, nor is there word on the fate of the Allied engineers reportedly kidnapped from the UNSA site where the SATO tech in question was stored. We'll report the latest developments as details become available. This is Jerome Davies for IW News.
Alright, Infinite Warfare news is over. Let's go back to the bridge and see what kind of accommodation we'll get.
That definitely put a damper on their plans. They have given us quite the advantage as well.
Yeah, like I've said before, the game doesn't really change things based on how many of these side missions you do, or if you do them well, or anything like that. It's just like a little bit of flavor text. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I will see everyone next time when we'll finally go and do the actual mission that the game's been trying to get me to do for like 4 videos. Bye.